Alright, so it's a 45-degree angle engine, and it will definitely fit inside this space. It came with its own I forget what they call this, but my last motor didn't have this bar right here. It was mounted to the frame. The jack shaft was mounted to the frame. It's cool. It's a belt. I don't really know if I like belts. I like chains more than belts, but it's belt fed on that side, which is cool. I guess it's a little bit lighter. The throttle and brakes, the throttle looks pretty good. I have the old pair. I have an old backup pair, and I have my old chain too. I don't know if I like this chain. I have the chain breaker so I can adapt. This chain just doesn't look as well made as the other chain. And it has an electric ignition. I thought it did, but the description said it was pull start, but it's also got an electric start. I probably will have to remove a governor somewhere back here that's controlling the throttle to give it a little more power. I generally have to do that with these engines. You have to play with them a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. I can't find where it says 100 cc or not, but it's what it said on the description. It said 100 cc, 3.5 horses. So you always lose a half whenever you buy it, because it's never a 3.5, so it's a 3 horsepower. If it says 3 horsepower, it's actually 2.4 horsepower. So it's at least a 3 horses, at least. It weighs 49 pounds. That's going to give me some weight to the front of the bike, which will help balance out the overall. Alright, so I found where the engine will kind of go, but I have to readjust this and make it angle at a different angle, and probably move these out of my way. But it's a snug fit for sure. It's a snug fit, but I'll make it. If I got it to right there, I might have to play with a little bit more. I know it's a little bit at an upward angle, but it should be okay. It should be okay. There's where the jack shaft comes off through the back right here. I mean, it's barely a fit, but it's gonna fit. I remember I had my old one. I like knocked off some of this front right here to give it a little extra space to fit, because see, there's a gap, and I can knock out that little bit of space, curve it to the. All right, here's the first dilemma. So this angle is super big, and the little bolts they give me to put into this are not long enough, so I'm gonna have to go to Home Depot, get a bolt of this thread, get it yay long, screw it in, use my saw blade, cut it off, put a bolt on it, lock it up. So one. The other one is that this bolt won't mount to this because of the angle. Now I could either A, cancel this support out, get a bolt from here, bring it down, and bring it a wrap bar, one of these, hook it back up like that, right? Or should I do both? Coming this way, hooking that one up, and then coming down, and hooking that one up. I think I'm going to do both. So I'm going to go find a bolt that's the size of these little square bolts in here, that's long enough. So basically 4 bolts this in length, because that's the same size thread. So that way I can run one coming down, strapped underneath the front, and then one coming out, strapped up to the front. That way the engine is securely mounted to the front of the bike. My only other thing that worries me is because it's aluminum, and this are not going to be very good friends. They are not going to be very good friends. So I guess when I strap it down, I got to make sure that this isn't wiggling around, because I just know what this is going to do to this. It's aluminum. It's just going to chop right through it. My last bike broke right here. So hopefully this don't break right there. And if it does, I should get a couple years out of it, because I got a couple years out of the last upgrades. Dude, look at what I just found in the wheat jar. What? I was like, what's that right down there behind the label? Well, the reason is because the girth of the engine is really wide, and your leg back here going up is going to be pedaling by the air filter. And so, I mean, the air filter is going to be kind of in the way anyways, the way it really looks, but it's more just to extend it out so that you don't have your legs bowed over like this trying to pedal. Your legs should be straight, you know. It's going to add. Hell yeah. That's my kind of people. These people are shitty drivers around here. So I cut a little extra off the bottom of the trailer I didn't need of the corrugated plastic, and then I put that between the two layers, because the fact that that will never see sunlight, that little crack, that piece of plastic will last forever. Because it only breaks down when it's really in the sunlight, and if it's creviced in here, then it's not, and that should protect the frame, right? Don't you think? Cool, because it's a vertical shaft and not a horizontal shaft. My last engine was a horizontal, straight up and down, where this one curves at an angle. It's a 3.5 horsepower, 100 cc. That's the air filter, the fuel line, the gas tank. Then on this side, the jack shaft apparatus. It's got a belt and not a chain. I've never really done the belt. And then the exhaust. I have a mount showing up tomorrow to put onto the back here for the chain, because I'm not gonna do the rubber gaskets that go around the spokes, because I always fuck it up. So I'm gonna wait to do that till tomorrow. I'm about to go get gas, oil, hook everything up, start it, break it in for a little bit, and then turn it off just to kind of get everything in motion. Oh, I just got a new tool. I don't know what it's for, but it's got to go maybe to take this off. It definitely like locks onto something, and using it like a wrench like this. I don't know what it goes to. I guess I'm gonna have to look at the instruction manuals down here. I haven't even looked at the instruction manuals yet. And then I got this other style compactable socket set, but I like this one better. This one's like a motorcycle or a chainsaw. This one is, yeah, it's a little bit longer, but I don't need the longer. I can get both of them right here, so it doesn't even really matter. Well, tomorrow when I get the adapter for this, I'll true out the tensioner to run with that gear. But for right now, with just what it is, we got all the hookup. I lost the thing on this. I had to find it. This was really hard to do one-handed because there's a spring. There's not much cable, and this guy, and it fell off, and that was a bitch. But we got the engine on about the best we can. The plate doesn't quite fit all the way, so I did the best that I could. It's a small gas tank. The exhaust is really weird. It like sticks out like it should be going in. I mean, and it's really just weird. Like I would have put it like here. So I might have to do some modifying. But overall, it's almost ready to start.